Right, so when the terrain gets really off-road like this, like we have here, then the mud and the slippery, that's when we need to move into the real block pattern tires like the E09, the E10, and my personal favorites, the E12 and the E13. So this is my new go-to tire for more off-road adventure bike riding. This is the Mitas 𝗘-🭏, the Rally Star. It's not quite as aggressive as a full-blown motocross tire, so that gives it a lot more versatility. It's still going to work pretty well on the tar, but it's going to give you enough stability, enough braking, enough control on the tar that you can link together the gravel, link together the off-road with, you know, some good confidence. On the back, we've got the underneath all this mud, we've got the Mitas E12. So this is like the competition version of the Mitas E09. So it's pretty much the same pattern as the E09, but it's a softer carcass tire, softer rubber, gives you more traction, more compliance, but obviously not quite as durable as the E09. So in New Zealand, you know, you can see it's wet and slippery most times, soft ground. I don't need that strong carcass that the Mitas E09 has. So the flexibility of the E12 gives me more traction, gives me a softer ride, and it makes it kind of work better in these slippery conditions. So on both the E09 and the E12, we've got really good gap between the blocks. So that makes the tire dig into the dirt and allows it to kind of clear the mud better than a tighter block pattern tire would. That obviously restricts how much rubber you've got on the ground, and it's the kind of limiting factor of why these tires won't work quite as well on the road as, say, that more 50-50 tire, the E07 Plus, the E07s, that sort of thing. So the gap creates the traction in the off-road, the extra rubber on the ground creates the traction for the street. If off-road performance is what you're really all about, in my mind, you can't do much better at the moment than the E13 on the front and the E12 or E09 on the rear. I think E12 for the softer conditions, you know, muddier, groupier sort of stuff. E09 for that dry, hard desert sort of riding. E09 Dakar will give you the absolute maximum protection for your wheels. So the high end, muddy, slippery, true off-road riding, these block pattern tires are the ones you want to go for.